Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My elders, my brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today at MKSI Leicester, I have Rafique uncle with me, and we're going to give you a quick update on the Charitable Incorporated Organisation, CIO. So the CIO was approved at the general body by the members in February 2020. Since then, Rafique uncle and I have reviewed the constitution, and Rafique uncle will give us a quick update on the smaller changes. The application has been submitted for CIO and it has been approved by the Charity Commission. The new MKSI Leicester Charity Commission number is 1190388. The next steps, the remaining steps are to transition the bank accounts to the new CIO and its assets, and finally complete the last set of accounts for the old charity. In terms of timelines, due to the COVID restrictions, it's been difficult to put a date to that because there are restrictions and there are difficulties in getting things done which were the norm for us beforehand. Now I'll pass it over to Rafique uncle to go through the minor constitution changes. Thank you, Rafique uncle.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. It's lovely to be back in the masjid after such a long time. And to begin with, I'd like to just thank the management committee and the trustees and everybody else who's done a wonderful job in maintaining the continuity of the community and the relationships that we built up over several years during this COVID pandemic. Insofar as the charity, which is now incorporated, which is why it's referred to as charity, as a CIO, which is an incorporated organization, I was asked by the management committee to have a look at the differences, if there were any significant difference between the old charity constitution and the new one, only because I had been involved in the constitution set up at the beginning many years ago. And so the first thing is obviously that all the properties, all the assets of the old charity will now be held under the new incorporated charity. The trustees, as it were, will remain, the management committee, and will remain as the trustees as we are so familiar with, but the names have changed so that it'll be the charity trustees, as they're referred to, rather than what we had before. And the meetings that are formal, that are held, such as the annual general meeting, will continue. And then the other meeting, which will now be referred to, is an extraordinary general meeting, should that need arise, which can be organized by the management committee at any time that's necessary. The next thing was the quorum. Our quorum figure was a little higher, if I remember rightly, around 40. Now the quorum figure has been changed to 30, again as a result of the recommendation and guidance of the legal team. And God forbid, but if something was to happen where the charity was no longer financially viable, it's been going for so many years, and inshallah it will continue for many years to come. Sure. But as part of the changes that have taken place, the vote needed by the general to dissolve the entire charity is now at 90% as opposed to 100%. I think this is just more for practicalities, because often people may or may not be able to attend, or are ill or unwell and so on. So I don't think it makes a significant difference to what we are already used to. The finance section, which covers accounting and so on, is likely to be slightly different, only because of the rules and regulations that are now part of the charity's legal duties as an incorporated organization. And anything that in detail that you want to know regarding that, I'm sure the management committee will be happy to help. But there were just very few things that I was asked to just highlight and point out. And now that we've got the incorporation done, inshallah, the follow-up and the completion of transfer of assets and bank accounts and so on is now in process. But because of the CIO terms, we don't have a deadline, but we are doing it as soon as possible. And the only reason for the delay is because of the COVID situation, and the banks and all other civil service organizations' response is very, very poor and very slow. But inshallah, we'll try and get it done as quickly as we can. Thank you very much for your patience and listening to me. And I'm really looking forward to be coming back to normal as quickly as we can.
Thank you, Rafique Uncle. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And stay safe. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.